Bro, you.
Um,
Oh wait, no, I was about to say you're the one who chose the album, but
No, I'm not.
it wasn't you, was it? It was Garrett, wasn't it?
yeah, it was me in it.
It was Garrett, wasn't it?
As y'all probably know, I picked Astroworld for this week
You
by
did?
Travis Scott. Wait, you did? I listened to the wrong album then.
Wait, you did? I was supposed to listen to an album? Damn, bro.
So, yeah, how do we want to start this off? Do we want to do like,
We're doing like
you rate
we
the album.
usually do. You give your spiel about the album, then we give our spiels, and then we go into the tracks.
So, Astroworld. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Travis Scott, so,
So,
this album was
10 out of
kinda
10.
I'm definitely not gonna hit 10 out of 10, but, the reason
Come on,
why I
be like all the
chose
other
this
hype
album
beasts.
is because my last album was Testing, and, these, Testing and Astro are often compared to each other, so I wanted to, you know, have them back to back. So, well, back to back for my picks at least. And, so, what's weird about, so the reason why Travis Scott and A$AP Rocky are compared to each other a lot is because they both make like psychedelic type music, but I don't understand why people say that they're the same or they sound the same. Like that never made sense to me. And like
Yeah,
people say that,
yeah.
yeah, people say that like A$AP Rocky is like a better version of Travis Scott, but like Travis Scott doesn't make anything similar to like A$AP Rocky, so I don't really understand that. Anyway, and the reason why they're compared to each other is because they dropped in the same year. So, yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't know about calling them similar.
Yeah. So, let's see, what was I gonna talk about next? I can't remember.
What do you rate
This-
the album?
Well, I rate the album 8 out of 10. I think it's better than Testing, but I think Testing is more of an more innovative or experimental than Astroworld. Astroworld doesn't really dabble in any new sounds. It's mostly like pre-established kind of psychedelic kind of stuff, while Testing is more of a experimental, like industrial kind of thing. What I like about this album is that there's like different producers for every track. I think that only like a handful. I think there's only like 2 producers that are on. So there's 4 producers. Wait, no. I keep messing up what I'm saying.
Calm down. Think of the words in your head.
I think there are only 2 producers that produced 2 songs on the album. So, 30 Rock, I think, produced 2 or maybe 3 songs, and then Mike Dean is on a few of the tracks. But outside of that, not a lot. I
Right.
forget who produced all that stuff, but I remember. Well, I'll just go into it whenever we actually get into the individual tracks. But this album is kind of another album that's kind of right up my alley, and that uses a lot of synths, and it's very spacey, psychedelic stuff. That's the type of stuff that I like. So, of course, it's gonna get a high score for me. And my favorite song is Astro Thunder. And that's what I gotta say about that. Who is gonna go next?
I'll get my opinion out of the way. Whenever this album first dropped, I hated it. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I listened to it and I just thought, man, this is hot garbage. But now, after going back through it and, now that I have a more, I don't know if I would say developed, but a different taste in music, I'm starting to really enjoy this album for what it is, and Travis Scott he's not bad. Like, I don't think that this album is bad because it's produced really well. It has a lot of people on it that are really good musicians, like Tame Impala and Thundercat, just to name two of them. And those are two artists that I really enjoy. One thing I will say about one of the tracks, Sicko Mode, is that I originally thought that how many writers are on Sicko Mode?
I don't know. Well, we'll go into that whenever we get to Sicko Mode. Oh, I'll talk about that.
Yeah, there were a lot of writers on Sicko Mode, and I used to think most of them, or like half of them, were for Travis Scott. But then going into the song credits, I saw that he does write more of his stuff. Well, he doesn't have as many ghostwriters as.
Well, I mean, it's not really a ghostwriter if you write down if you say like this person wrote the song. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you.
But to go into that point, a lot of the crediting on Spotify is weird. Like, you could have because Mike Dean isn't a writer, but he's credited as a writer on Spotify. Like, Mike Dean's more of a producer or like a mixer, but he's listed as a writer for some reason. So there's just a lot of people that were working on that song. So a lot of those names might not have even been writers. They might have been like, I don't know, some kind of like mixer or something.
They could have been readers. Haha, comedy.
Like, yeah.
Autopilot! Autopilot!
You gonna continue?
Oh, seeing that, I do have, like, a newfound respect for Travis Scott, where, he did put a lot of work in this album, and he did hype it up for many years before its release. But I still do enjoy A$AP Rocky more than Travis Scott, because I believe that Rocky has done more for industries outside of just mainstream hip-hop and party rap. But again, that does not mean that Travis Scott is bad.
I mean, I think I'm in the same group. I kind of prefer A$AP Rocky.
You got a death wish!
But, I mean, that's not to say that Travis is bad. Yeah. Pretty close.
Overall, I would give this album a pretty strong 7. I'm not going, like, if it comes on, I'm like, oh yeah, it's ASTROWORLD, nice. But I'm not going to, like, actively seek out to change it. Rank? You are up.
Oh, yeah, you were just so fucking...
the score?
Okay.
Yeah, I gave it the score, Garrett. I said 7 out of 10.
Oh, sorry.
Alright,
What are you, stupid, Garrett, huh?
My turn then.
Oh yeah, a little bit.
I'm gonna keep it real. I personally really dislike the use of autotune in any musician. I just feel it just kind of clouds the sound.
So next up, we got 100 Gex.
Yeah, no, better not. Although, with this album, I feel like, the rhymes and the beats balance the auto-tune, so, like, it's not my favorite, but I do still appreciate it for what it is. I'd probably give it, like, a hard 6, light 7, somewhere in that area. Although, I'll be honest, I would have more to talk about this album, aside from the fact that it's, I prefer Mobamba. The main reason I didn't really think of too much to say for this album is because I actually decided this week to go back to a few albums that I gave particularly low scores, or at least albums that I thought needed to have a second look. So particularly Drunk, Ex-Military, and whatever the fucking City Morgues album was. I went back to all three of those, and yeah, that was it. And I actually going back allowed me to like appreciate them more. And all three of them, their scores bumped up from what they were. So I just thought I'd like say that because that's music related.
Can we get like a sort of estimate on it?
Oh, right, okay, so we'll start off with Drunk, because that was the lowest. I remember giving that like a 2.
Yeah.
Now it's like a solid 5.
That's good.
City Morgue, I think I gave it like... I'm pretty sure I gave it a 4, so I'd bring that up to a 6. And, what did I say first? No, second.
Ex-Military.
Oh yeah, Ex-Military, that was like a 3. That just kind of went up to a 5. I'm still a bit mixed on it, but I can still enjoy a few more songs than I did when I first heard the album. And honestly, that's kind of what I was hoping for in Music Club. If there was an album I didn't like, if I could maybe like it over time with more knowledge around it. Granted, after hearing all the shit that was said about last week's album, the rating went down. The rating went down because I'm actually be honest. The main reason I even gave it as high of a rating as I did is just because of memories, you know, like of old game. Back to this though. I don't like Drake. So that song, whatever song involved him, I don't remember which. Sicko Mode.
Sucko
is a bit ruined. But at the same time, Sicko Mode has the ability to be a meme, so it's kind of offset by Drake. You know what I mean? I mean that like opening like noise. I don't even know what the fuck's called. Is that like a trombone? What is it? Like, I don't...
Wow.
Yeah, no, that ain't even it, but
I love that noise, and just hearing it just come out of something that shouldn't make that noise is hilarious.
Alright, but yeah, I think I enjoyed testing more than this, as I said, but not to say that I didn't really, I did enjoy this. I think my favorite song, well, actually, my favorite music video, because I looked at the music videos that you sent, Garrett. My favorite music video is probably, Stop Trying to Be a God.
Stop Trying to Be God.
Yeah, I really like the music video on that. But I think my favorite song would actually probably be, Astro Thunder, or, what was the last one called? Coffee something? Coffee Bean,
Coffee Bean.
I enjoyed Coffee Bean a lot.
Yeah, Coffee Bean as well.
But yeah, that's my thoughts on the album. Consumer penis.
To the tracks.
First one is Stargazing. Stargazing is about Bad Trip that he had on various drugs.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, right?
Because Travis Scott is a child-friendly lo-fi artist.
Yeah, exactly. Secretly, we all know this, but secretly, Travis Scott is the owner of every single live stream involving lo-fi beats to study. Okay? He owns all of them.
So
To chill / relax / study to.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
produced by the only two that I recognize are B Weezy, 30 Rock, and Mike Dean. 30 Rock is like he's involved with I know that he's Lil Yachty's go-to producer.
I'll never stop.
It's kind of involved with that camp, with the QC kind of camp. If you know what QC is, that's quality control. That's the label that the Migos are signed to.
Right.
Oh, whoa, whoa!
And then
again, I'm
Weezy is
With a banjo.
hold on, let me swap to my other character. B Weezy is a producer for he works a lot with Young Thug. And Mike D is just a legendary producer. He works with like all kinds of artists. Like he works a lot with Kanye. He works with Jay-Z. Can't remember them all. But anyway, next one is Carousel. Carousel actually has the person singing on it. The other person on it is Frank Ocean. I actually didn't know that until I looked it up. Yeah.
That's actually surprising.
Yeah, the effects on his voice make that you can't really tell that it's him, but it's him. It's kind of crazy. Mike Dean's on this one too. Produced by Kid.
I mean, I was gonna say I really like the trippy feel of this song, but then I was like, oh yeah, that's the whole album.
Yes, the whole album. Next one is Sucko Mode.
And
Drake.
honestly, as I said, I just don't like Drake. He has only made one song that I've ever enjoyed, and that's just for the meme, and that was "You to Call Me on Myself." Like that's the only song I've ever enjoyed from Drake, and it's a meme. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Drake fans, but eat a chode. Like, I don't care.
Yeah, I haven't really been a huge fan of Drake for a while. I used to listen to him, and then I used to listen to him way back, and then back around the time when he dropped back to back, and then I started listening to Future, and I kind of like drifted off away from Mr. Aubrey Graham. Let's see. This one has like a huge amount of writers on it, but I don't know if they're all writers.
I just
or
got a
if they're
ludogram on Skyweld 27.
Of course, Mike Dean
Yeah.
is listed as a writer for some reason.
Huh.
But,
Where do you
Yeah,
use
it's-
ludograms again?
Invite. Okay, sorry to interrupt, Garrett, but invites, bruh. And you take him to Earl.
Oh, okay.
It's a
Yeah, it's five
it's a
different
rep on
editions.
Destiny. We farmed it before. Anyway, Garrett, continue.
oh Hold on, let me look up the lyrics to some of these songs because I wanted to point out some of the lyrics.
One of them, he says, my dog probably has Down syndrome. That's how he. That's how he
Did not
is.
say that.
We don't know what to do. We tried to shoot him. And I think this is him more supporting just putting down dogs and not really taking care of them.
I need some help.
No. See,
Drake
that's where
really
you're wrong.
does,
It's clear symbolism. He's obviously talking about the American government.
You see,
In
the dog.
2020.
The dog symbolizes black people, and
But
him
this
having
is
to put it
Drake
down
saying
is the
that.
system putting down.
The dog represents the 13th.
After I complete my mission, you can call me Goner. Goner Malegis. Gallows humor. Now, look around for my agents. They couldn't have made it far. The intel we're
let me
chasing
see if I
is a
can
secret
find
recording of Katagawa and the Calypsos.
where
I hope it's worth it.
this bar was. It may not have been the song.
Someone say poggers?
Poggers.
By the way, where you were where you're looking for the thing, the lyrics, the whole like shit ton of loot enemies and iridium and all that shit. That is in fact events.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When your hacking skills need some bite. Viper Drive by Atlas. Okay, fragment's not far.
I like the line,
Well,
she
in
hit that booger,
there's
shook her till her nose
reinforcements
bleed.
on the other side, so find some cover and ambush them.
Oh my! I completely forgot what Booger Sugar meant for a second. So
Here
I
they
thought
come.
my man's was just like
Enter the base
just
and pop a Viper Drive
going
in the
off
security
the
console.
deep
Then
end.
I will hack in, locate the laser control room.
Did she know my baby mom is a trophy?
So this goes to the fact that he actually has a waifu, and little is it known, it's Kana from Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid.
Oh god. Oh god.
At the time,
Why does
he
that
was
line
in-
make so much sense with that though? And I've still
And he
have not gotten
keeps a
fucking
figure of her
clue
on his desk next to all his production equipment.
on standby.
Keeps it in a jar. I don't know why.
Gotta get back
It's
to
weird, like the other day, like we saw we saw like a screenshot of his desk, and he had like Kana in like a jar. Like, look it up, man.
And then it's just a picture of oh shit, Carl Weezer with the jar with Jimmy's mom inside of it. And
That's the funniest.
and it's just badly photoshopped to be Travis Scott and the fucking Kana in this thing. Oh man. Alright, bro, you got them lyrics up? Yeah.
I'm moving to carousel now.
Bro, we still on carousel?
Well, I went from. He said, on this one, he said, parked at the Days Inn. I ain't got no Days Inn. I thought that, I thought he said, parked at the Days Inn. They think that I'm dazing, like dazing.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, that's not what he said.
I couldn't see you making that mistake.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
I like the line, put 84s on lanes, or are you thinking it's spokes? That's a big ass tire.
So there's a lot of silence going on, not much,
Yeah, I'm still waiting on an invite.
So am I! Cuff calm! Cuff calm!
Okay, yeah, give me a second. Y'all are like
We're
really
waiting
like
for
messing up my
Melody.
vibe right now. I'm not really
Man,
respecting the
what's your vibe?
vibrations that y'all are putting out, so could y'all like vibrate a little higher?
Nah, you know what? Fuck your vibe. Hurry up, boy. Like, actually, bro, like,
Hold
somebody
on,
do say
hold
something.
on,
Like,
hold on.
oh man, you've had the ability to invite us for so fucking long.
No, I've been in combat on my Zane. Give me
You
a
can
minute.
pause on
You're
your
in single
Zane.
player, bro.
Bro,
Take the gluten out the bread.
you still want the fool on? Yeah. Damn, bro, you a dumbass. That's a possibility.
There are bars in sicko mode that play to the Nike Adidas like rivalry. So Travis Scott collaborates with Nike very often. So he has like the nice Travis
he
Scott
actually,
makes- Yeah.
hoodies.
Wait, so he actually, like, disses Adidas in it?
Well, he doesn't diss Adidas, but he says like,
Checks over stripes, that's what I like.
no, that's
Sucko mode.
that's Drake, right? That's not.
Yeah, Drake in Sucko mode.
Because Drake, and yeah, I know. I'm saying, but the way you said it, it sounded like you're trying to say that that's what Travis Scott said. That's not what Travis
wasn't.
Scott said.
We're trying to put words in my mouth, Garrett. Come on.
Shut the
What's
fuck
your
up.
problem?
I hate the Genius app on the phone. It's so annoying. Okay.
And just use Google Genius, bro. Dumbass, bro.
Trying to remember what.
So, checks over stripes means that, he prefers, getting checks over Kellogg's Frosted Flakes. I really
I'm
don't
gonna
know
keep it
why,
real,
because
though.
Kellogg's Frosted Flakes actually makes me happy. Money doesn't bring that much happiness. Like, it can buy you something to make you temporarily happy, however, well, it can buy you Frosted Flakes, I guess, but...
Okay, y'all are missing the point. Checks are for bitches,
What could be more harmless?
and
I once kept
you can quote me on that.
when shadows were young.
Checks are for bitches.
Okay, when are you gonna join us?
The library
I'm right fucking here. I've been you're next to me! You're right fucking
When you
next
gonna
to me on
join
the
us?
same fucking vending machine. This
Huh.
hoe, man!
Huh. That's crazy, man. I never saw that.
Out of here, dog!
I never saw that, man. What are you talking about?
Bruh!
I like the give me the loot.
Ha, yeah, it's a reference.
Wait, is it? Are we
Yeah.
doing horror in the woods?
Nope, we're doing this one.
And there's a next one that's the tribute to DJ Screw.
I don't know who it is.
He's a Houston like rap person. I don't know if he's a rapper or if he's a producer. I don't remember.
Well, R.I.P. Screw.
Yeah.
Man, I was a Screw fan before Screw fans were cool.
Man, I've been there since day one.
Day one, babe. I was there at his birth.
And I was like, you know what?
And
I'ma
I was
love that,
there at
brother.
his death.
You know what? I'm a
All right, continue, Garrett.
Next one is Stop Trying to Be God.
I like that song.
Yeah, I like the song as well. I think the music video for it is really cool.
I dig it.
Especially the part where he's like on the dragon and like Kid Cudi as God like laser beams into his head.
Cudi?
Yeah, this is Kid Cudi.
I thought it was Cootie. I thought it was King Cootie. Or Kid
It's
Cootie.
Kid Cudi.
Whatever. I thought it was. Fuck, I actually thought it was King Cootie. Kid Cudi. Fuck, and now I'm getting myself lost. Fuck.
So
Kid Cudi.
yeah, Kid Cudi, and he
Cootie. Fuck.
I like the part where he laser beams into his head, and then his head like burns and like caves in on itself. Like that shit was really cool. Like the special effects were insane.
Kind of like how Joe Biden is a rabid dog.
To quote Joe Biden is a rabid dog and needs to be beat to death with a stick.
And that is an actual Joe Biden quote. Like, look it up. Like, actually fight me on that, YouTube. We are genuinely quoting Joe Biden on
That's
that.
not even me slandering Joe Biden. That's me just actually quoting Joe Biden.
Because Joe Biden has
Man, these guys are
Alzheimer's.
An intellectual ass conversation here, bro. It was crazy.
It's crazy.
Oh well. Looks like they aren't anymore.
Nope.
You see, there's this dark fog.
Oh my god, I love that so much.
It is true what the young lady said. Terrible fates have befallen all who gaze upon the Nibblenomicon's accursed fate.
Man, that shit hurt it.
All of them.
Wait, did I? Oh.
And Kid Cudi's humming as usual is on point.
Oh, I should. I think I know what album I want to suggest next.
The harmonica, is actually Stevie Wonder harmonica.
Really?
Yeah. The goat.
Actually, you saying Kid Cudi that actually reminds me of I got recommended this video by Loyal Connor, you know, the guy who did and it was literally just a compilation of it. Like I didn't notice until like I had actually watched the video, but it was just a compilation of him going during the whole album. Like my man's actually said it a lot. And I just wanted to point that out. It's kind of fun. Okay, back to Stevie.
Stevie Wonder isn't actually blind.
Let's not go into that, Ryan. Next one is No Bystanders with Juice WRLD and Sheck West. Or Sheck West.
No disrespect to either Juice or Sheck, but I felt like this one was kind of just generic. Like, okay, this is a track type vibe.
Fine, it's pretty disrespectful.
Okay,
Yeah, why did you say
sure.
that about
Go off, I
Inspector
guess.
Band?
Nah,
Sure, go on.
Your Honor, my client is literally innocent, but go off, I guess.
I don't know about that.
I think I thought of something whenever, because I knew I was going to suggest this album like way before you suggested Music to Be Murdered By. I kind of decided on it pretty early, and then I realized that you suggested an album with Don Toliver and Juice WRLD on it, and then I suggested an album with Don Toliver and Juice WRLD on it.
Oh, okay, way to fucking copy me, bro. Piece of shit.
Wow, come on, Garrett. Can't you be original?
No,
Like, come
that's a
on,
problem.
man.
Sorry, sometimes I have to, you know, get creative juices flowing, you know what I mean? Anyway, I do
Wait,
think
is
it's
that
funny
supposed to
how
be
the
Juice
sicko
WRLD?
mode. What?
Was that supposed to be a pun on Juice WRLD?
What? Oh no, it wasn't supposed to be. I guess.
I had to make sure, because if it was, that was terrible. And if it wasn't, you're terrible.
Okay, I'm just terrible.
Oh, well, that's good.
I just need to do better.
There's a pick me up.
Good on the mix. So, I just think it's funny that the whole sicko mode Mobamba meme was like a thing for a while, and Sheck West is on, you know, this album. It's kind of funny. Skeletons.
Actually, no, I don't. Come on.
Okay.
Figure it out. I was gonna say, I think we go this way, but then I was like, no, we don't. No, we don't.
Old hunter. I'm ravenous with anticipation.
Next one is Skeletons
The frozen bakery recipe.
with The Weeknd, and it's produced by Tame Impala,
Have to pry it from their cold,
and
fragile hands.
I don't remember what his name is.
The definitive work. Aha.
Oh, bummer.
Who's the Ryan? Do you know the name of the guy?
Heating system.
Like the
A good idea.
I don't know what to call him because he's just kind of Tame Impala.
Put the valve in its proper place and
Well,
dispel
You know
I'm
his
pretty sure
name is?
most people know what Tame Impala is.
Yeah, I know,
Who
but I
Tame
don't, but
Impala is.
I went
Well,
to say,
then
I wouldn't
again, it
say
isn't typically music that normal people listen to.
especially not my
No, like,
age.
you know, like I like unknown stuff, like Mr. Brightside. Have you guys heard of that song? That's really underground.
Kevin Parker, that's what his name is. So, and Kevin Parker does some singing on this one as well. So does Pharrell Williams. Pharrell Williams does some stuff on this track as well.
Pharrell Williams
lot
has
of-
had his hand in so many albums.
Oh yeah, definitely. A lot of
I
people are
hate
inspired by
Dirty
Pharrell
Bastard.
Williams, so. What'd you say, Ring?
I said, oh yeah, he's a dirty bastard, isn't he?
The tome is revealed.
He's had his hands all over it, like unwashed hands all over the album. Disgusting.
And it has mud all and he has mud all over his hands and he gets it all over the disc and it scratches it and sticks to it and then we tell him, Mr. Pharrell, stop doing that, and then he's like, no, and then he walks away. Great work ethic though. I was just staring at the dang old book, man. I dang old didn't even notice the endies, man.
Honestly, I want someone to want the shit out of me. I feel like it'll be a nice change of pace.
Someone to what?
Haunt the shit out of me.
I'm already haunted by my own insecurities.
Hallowed mysteries of
Thank
Yeah,
you,
but
Ryan.
I mean, he's not like my insecurity demon isn't trying to like scare me. He's just trying to constantly. Like, I need someone to just like throw books around or shit and just be like boo, and I'll be like, oh.
The dang old boo, man.
Now, swiftly, away to the librarian to check it out.
Okay, getting significantly off topic.
Next one is Wake Up. It's just Travis Scott and The Weeknd just singing about pussy, you know?
Is it actually?
Yeah. Did you not hear that? Did you not hear the song?
I forgot. I totally forgot that happened. Like, I could.
Let me read from it. This is The Weeknd speaking. He says, "I don't want to wake up. I want you spread out on the sheets.
I got my book.
Said
No
pussy's
thanks to
so
you.
good,
Just do your job.
and
now.
pussy's
Out of
so
the way.
sweet.
Oh, you found the book. Well, go on, over here.
Oh shit.
Well, I'm glad I had you glad about
Stamp the date here on this perfectly innocuous end page, and
So at the time,
some kind of
Travis Scott was in a relationship with Kylie Jenner.
stop.
He has a kid with Kylie Jenner. And
Oh, look how cool this man's is!
I forget who.
Oh, he's got sunglasses on!
And then The Weeknd was with Bella Hadid. So they were singing about their girlfriends and pussy. Yeah, that's about it. Next song. Next one is 5% Tint, which is about being paranoid, and it's a reference to a
Death
DJ
Grip song?
Screw song.
Oh, okay.
Hey, I'm trying to fast travel
And
us.
something else. I'm not in a menu.
The hell does tint mean again? I forgot. I'm like brain dead.
So, tint is like a window tint.
So it's
Like it makes the window
it's
darker.
Like,
So 5% tint is like
it's like a really white kid, but like he like knows how to swear.
what?
Is that not
No,
it?
it's like no. So whatever the percentage
and
is
then, like-
the percentage of light that it lets through. So it only lets through 5% of light.
Oh, okay.
So it's
the
really
other way
dark.
around. So I was gonna be like, so 100% tint is obviously like the blackest of black guy, but
I mean, so 100%.
Other
Well,
way around.
100% tint would be
okay.
just there. It doesn't block any light.
So it's Uganda.
Uh,
Is that a joke I'm allowed to?
I guess. It's supposed to be a reference to Goody Mob's Cell Therapy and DJ Screw's Peeping in My Window. Yeah. And this one he says, the chorus is, who's that creeping through my window? Before you come outside I got the M4, M4. Took her to the end zone from the Enzo. So, when he says the end zone, he's talking about not only like, getting to like have sex with her. He's also talking about taking her back to her place because the ends is like the projects. So he took her back to the projects in his Enzo, which is I think that's a Lamborghini.
No.
And
An Enzo is a Ferrari, named after Enzo
Ferrari.
Ferrari. Mongol.
Gotcha.
So
Sorry,
it's
I don't.
the
I was gonna look it up.
ENZO,
Enzo.
I believe.
No, not Enzo, but end zone is where they
End
take
zone.
it. End
Yeah,
zone, not end
End
zone.
zone.
Okay, so not
Yeah,
where
end
Ben-
zone is like he scored. He scored.
Okay, so not end zone, where Ben is constant. Yeah,
Wonderful.
get it? Because he always says the N word.
Oh, okay, alright, gotcha.
One of its recipes.
All right.
Yeah.
You turn into a monster, I'll tear you apart tentacle by tentacle.
And he says, I know I love to smoke, you love to lick mo. So he's talking about,
But watch me. Damned chowder. Salty.
so it's like supposed to be a, multi entendre. I don't know how many entendres it is. I think it's a triple entendre. So when he talks about lick, he's talking about, him getting his dick sucked. But he's also talking about,
Plot 2.
like, how you lick a blunt to roll it. But it could also mean lick, which is like short for liquor. So
Now, carefully transmit the
so basically he's saying I like to smoke, but you would prefer to like roll blunts and give me the blunt, or to suck my dick, or to drink liquor over smoking.
so complete. The townsfolk
And then the next line is want to hit the
we're just
jack.
having like we're just hitting like a streak of like high intelligence,
Believe me, I'd love
like
that. Really, I would, but,
lyrical
it's not my
analysis.
so no.
And then the next one is want to hit the jack, then what you call for. So, so hit the jack. He's obviously talking about you want to have sex with Travis Scott because Jack is his Cactus Jack is his nickname, and then if you hit the jack, you're talking about drinking Jack Daniels. So that goes back to the liquor. And someone in the comments video said Jack Herner is a weed strain. So it's talking about
triple entendre.
it's a triple entendre, right?
Whoa. And then Travis is just like, yeah, no, I didn't mean for any of that shit. I just wanted something that rhymed.
He's like, bro, I ain't that smart.
Okay, well, I feel like we've dwelled on this song for too long.
Oh, and then there was a. Oh, hold on, let me go back to the line.
Fuck.
One more line, and then we'll go to the next one. I picked through the family, grabbed the bad sister like Janet. So Janet Jackson is Michael Jackson's sister. So Michael Jackson made the song Bad, so the bad sister would be Janet Jackson. So
They're all
next-
underleveled.
Oh yeah, they're underleveled for me too, but like...
Oh, nice.
They aren't underleveled for the vending machine.
Marcus is just like, I don't want this shit.
Next one is NC-17. I'm not even gonna go over all the bars because there's only one bar that's worth mentioning in the song, and that's nutted on her cheek. Her new nickname was Babyface.
Oh, fucking hell. How did I miss that?
I don't know how you missed that one. That's like it's like the peak of 21 Savage's career, honestly.
21 Savage will not be able to top that.
He's not gonna be able to top that. Like, he set the bar so high for himself. I don't know how he's gonna leap over this bar he set. You know what I mean?
Jeez.
Anyway, none of these other ones are worth mentioning. The next one is Astro Thunder. There's not a whole lot of lyrics in the song, but the beat is absolutely insane. I fucking love this song so much. Yeah, that's all I kind of have to say about it. There's not really much to that one. Next one is Yosemite with Gunna and Nav. So, fun fact about this song. Nav's verse originally was mixed super low, so you could barely hear you could barely hear his verse. And I don't know why they even bothered with a 15-second feature like that. And it seems like they didn't even really care because they just they didn't even bother mixing it.
Oh, hold on, don't go anywhere. Come to where I'm at.
Right here. Okay, there.
Okay, wait for Ryan.
Y'all haven't noticed that yet?
I ain't even use the damn toilets, bro. This place is haunted. Why would I use the damn toilets?
Oh, and come look at the mirrors.
Man, you're just trying to take a shit and you just have one of those come up, one of those pull up.
And there's also an ecologue in the thing.
You dare to bar my entry? Do you have any idea who I am?
Oh, I am well aware of who you are, Madam Olmsted. But I'm afraid your master's powers are quite ineffective on lodge premises.
You
Oh, is this another
insolent
echo?
little...
Yeah, there.
What?
Just so you know, it's also cursed.
No.
Oh.
Kidding. What now?
Go out and find some unholy percussions. My desire is to shake the skeletons of my
Okay,
ancestors,
back to Thunder.
as well as the living guests.
Oh no, we're talking about Yosemite.
Shit, back to you.
You're talking about how Nav's verse was Nav's 15-second feature was mixed super low, so it was really quiet. And
Well, I'm pretty sure it's because it's Nav. Nav isn't the best artist.
And then they
Wait, Nav or
Then-
Rav?
they memed on it so much that they actually went back and fixed it. They fixed his verse.
Nav,
it
N-A-V.
or Rav?
Nav's
good.
verse NAV.
Good, because there's a guy named Rav, and I like him.
Alright, next one is the Don Toliver song. This one was the song that put Don Toliver like on. Like before this he had like 3,000 followers on SoundCloud and shit like that, and then he was put on this song and then he just blew up. And he was signed to Travis's label. Let's see. I just really like the song. It's a really fucking good song.
I will actually agree with you there. It's an enjoyable song.
I'm a fan of Don
Yeah,
Toliver.
alright. This shit is like finna dead, bro. We need to like wrap this up. We ain't getting nothing out of this no more. No offense.
So
like,
then
I'm not
in the
meaning-
next song, he describes how he's had like 86 guns in his basement for many years on end, and that the federal government has never found him, and that the ATF can try and find him. I really like this sentiment because the ATF can slob on my knob.
A love beyond anything he's ever known.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mario.
You could see that.
Eyes up. Got a target.
I don't know how to follow that up. Next one is Who What with Amigos. I like Takeoff's feature. Let's see. The next one is
Barely worth the sweat.
I don't want to pull up. I just I hate how slow my phone is.
Ryan, what have I told you about summoning ghosts, bro?
It's fun.
Butterfly Effect was one of the songs he dropped before the album was out. And I really like the video for it. It's really cool.
Yeah, it was pretty sick. I enjoyed it as well.
Next one is Used to Fornication. Used to Fornication was good. Yeah, and then Coffee Bean. Coffee Bean was really chill.
And that's it. Thank you for coming to Music Club.
More chill than the other songs, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, I just felt a higher like level of chill.
Right. Anyways.
Yeah, you know what? Ryan's got a good point. Thanks for coming, folks. Yeah.
Thanks for coming to our
Don't-
TED
don't
Talk.
come
Yeah, please come back. We know that this is trash, but this is kind of fun. Yeah, and that's the end.